Afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Prophet Lynn Templeton. I want to thank you for joining us. This is the Light of Ministries International. Prophet Lynn Templeton, co-pastor with Prophetess Rosemary Templeton. Today we are completing a part 2 on I renamed it The Birthing of a Godly Nation. This is a prophecy that is found in Revelation, and it will come true. This prophecy was revealed to me through visions and God speaking through me. So this vision will come to life here in the near future. So here we go. We've already prayed in, so we're going to jump right in. We're not going to be long, maybe 20 minutes. Like and subscribe us. We appreciate it. We're not here to generate the numbers nor income. We're here just to perform the works of God. So I want to thank you thank those who joined us today. And so here we go. Now, there were some things that I wanted to reveal to you last week, but we try to stay within our time limitations. And so these things, these are the things that we're going to reveal to you today. Now, the first thing we're going to kind of recap. First of all, in Revelation 11:18, you see the Bible says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, and they should be judged, and that thou should give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and should destroy them which destroy the earth." That's specifically saying destroy the earth. That's strictly saying destroy the earth. That's interesting, isn't it? You would think it would just say the sinners, wipe out the sinners or something of that nature. But it's saying those that destroy the earth. Okay? Now, this verse, God is revealing to you that God, good afternoon, glad you could join us. I hope this is information that that will apply. So Revelation 11:18 is really indicating that God is he's in the process. Things are already lining up. Let me tell you, it's not way in the future. It's happening now. These things are lining up as I speak. These things are all coming together, and this could burst loose. It could burst loose tonight. Okay, these things could happen. They could happen rapidly, because one of these verses, God is telling you he's going to speed it up, this process, in order to bring about the things that he has prophesied, the things that he has laid out. These things are going to happen quickly, one after another. Okay, that's why when they show up, you got to be ready to rock and roll. Okay. And we'll come back to that. Okay, I'm just throwing something out there, really, for those that didn't hear me last week. So, okay, but anyway, so this verse is telling you God is going to do something. There's going to be something that is going to happen. Revelation 11:18, that he's saying he's going to destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay. And what I left out last week was specifically what he's going to do to destroy these folks. He's actually going to allow them to destroy themselves. Okay. In Revelation 28:20, verse 8, it says, "He shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea." These are the many nations, okay, on the two largest factions, okay. You might say West versus East, or something of that sort, okay. But this is what God is saying, okay. There's going to be a great war, and they're going to weaken each other so much so the nuclear and other destruction is going to be so devastating that these nations are going to be weak, feeble, okay, even before the battle's over, okay. And so God's hand is on all of this, okay. And so in Isaiah 60, verse 22, he says, "A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time." So what God is saying in that last statement is he's going to speed it up. He's going to make this thing happen quickly. He knows the exact timing that it needs to happen in, of course. And so this is miraculous. So a nation is going to start out with just thousands of people. It's going to end up being a few million perhaps. And this is going to be the creation of this nation. Now, that's why it says a little one shall be 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. Now, let me put things back in perspective. So this war is going to happen any minute now. And this is going to be the work of God, who those, he says in Revelation 11:18, those that destroy the earth, this is his judgment on them. This is his judgment. And so God is going to, in Revelation 12, he's going to, this verse is telling you, I won't read it like I did last week. We're going to just talk about it. We're going to just analyze. So what God is saying is, while this, he is going to gather his people. I saw, my wife and I had visions, and they're going to show up for some of you. And they're going to tell you, you got so much time, say an hour or 2 hours, to get your stuff together. And you're going to wonder who these people are. Of course, those who have grown in the spirit will perceive who these people are. You'll know. Some of you will have had visions, and you'll know, or dreams, who this individual is. You'll know, because they can, well, that's all I need to say about that. When they arrive, you will know, and they will tell you to get your stuff together, and they're going to bus or whatever mean, they're going to bus you for so far, and then they're going to fly you out. How we know this? In Revelation 12, it says, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon, skipping forward, a crown of 12 stars, and she being with child cried. This is the birthing, traveling in birth, pain to be delivered. This is the birthing of a nation. And the dragon stood before her. This is Satan. Before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. They're going to turn that collider on, and he's going to walk in. He's going to walk through. I'm sorry. He's going to walk through. He's going to come into this dimension. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had the place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. Now, I had planned to calculate that. I think it's something like, anyway, the 3 or 4 years, somewhere in that perspective. So these individuals that God has handpicked, they will be taken, and God will, in the wilderness, in secret, in a secret place in the wilderness, he will gather these people, and then he will have prophets, he will have priests, and they will work from worldwide. And these individuals, he will create the foundation for a nation, a godly nation, okay, in the midst of the things going on in the world. Then it says, when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he's cast unto the earth because when they turn that thing on, it's going to pull him into this dimension. He persecuted the woman, which brought forth the man-child, symbolizing the birthing of the new Israel. These individuals that God has collected together in the wilderness, okay, for the foundation of a nation. And the woman was given wings of great eagle. That's your airplanes that are going to fly these folks. That she might fly into the wilderness. And skipping forward, it says in 15, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. So in the desert, or in this dry land, it's going to be a flood where it's impossible to flood. And this is to try to stop this, what God is going to do. Okay. Now, in Isaiah 61:4, God said, they shall build the old wastes, they shall raise up the former desolation, and they shall repair the waste cities. Okay. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowman and your vine dresser. We'll skip that for now. But you shall be named the priest of the Lord. Just my notes here. You shall be named the priest of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. You shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall you boast yourselves. They're going to give you their wealth. They're going to give you their wealth. Okay. And in Isaiah 35:8, it says, and an highway shall be there in a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those, the wayfaring men, though fools shall not err therein. God ain't too cool on stupidity, okay, and foolishness, okay? And the world got too many of those kind of folks. That is not uh, making the Lord look good, let's say. So in Isaiah 35:9, it says, no lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast shall go up there. On it shall not be found there. But the redeemed shall walk there, and the ransom of the Lord shall return and come to Zion, with songs. I saw this in a vision. I was called about 15 years ago, and this vision was somewhere around that period where God showed this highway. It's going to be in the middle of a wilderness, desert, a super highway. And some people are going to choose to walk all the way. This is Zion. This is the new Zion. See, the Zion that you've been told about is fictitious, because the word Zion, okay, it doesn't have anything to do with what they told you. You see, but God is telling you in Isaiah 35:8 and 9, verses 8 and 9, that there's a highway. People gonna say, how did this highway get here? But the fact of the matter is, very few gonna know about this highway. See, and God's people is to make it easy for some of his people to get to Zion. This in the wilderness. It's saying wilderness. This Zion is in wilderness. It's not in no Middle East. It is not where this God is saying is in the wilderness. In Isaiah 35:9, goes on to say, no lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast. Where are lions and ravenous beasts? They're not in the East. They're not in the Middle East. They're not in Asia. They're in Africa. That's the last bastion for lions. But God is saying, no lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast. He's giving you a hint. Shall go up there, on it shall not be found there, but the redeemed shall walk there, and the ransom of the Lord shall return. Angels will be on this highway, some seen and some unseen. I'm giving you a prophecy that not many have. It will come to pass. I have not had a prophecy not to come to pass. Not on this scale, anyway. So there it is. I'm not going to spend all day. This is what the Lord wants me to deliver to you. So God is going to birth a nation. He's going to birth a nation, and he's handpicked individuals worldwide. Okay? It's going to start with, as he put it, thousands. And then it's going to grow. He's going to draw additional. I don't know the whole process. He ain't told me the whole process, but it will go from perhaps thousands. Who knows? That may be the 144,000. But all the verse said was thousands. Okay. And it's going to turn from thousands to a few million. The nation is not going to be extremely large when it's birthed. And there are those that are specially chosen. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say there are people that sense what I'm talking about. This ain't for everybody. Okay? But this message, God has prepared me so that those who he has chosen to be a part of this will hear and know that God is going to move, and he's going to send someone for you. You're going to be instructed. The 5 virgins, I think of that verse. You had well, I'm not gonna go that direction, but I just thought about something that probably had something to do with this. But the fact of the matter is, in my spirit, I believe there's someone here that is going to be part of this. This sermon ain't for everybody. I know that many of my sermons is not for the masses. My book that I am almost completed, rewrote it actually rewrote it 3 times, trying to perfect it for God. And my wife says, "Oh, that's powerful." But it is not for everybody. But it is the missing information. It is knowledge that Jesus brought when he was here. It is what they didn't tell you. Much of what my book is centered on. So, and I should say God's book. So, but anyway, get ready. There's going to be war worldwide. And all of this stuff, in the midst of all this, you're going to have, as some prophets are telling you, this zombie apocalypse from these shots, these vaccinations. I don't have many people, so, if they cut me, they cut me. But anyway, you're going to have all these things are going to happen, and then this matter is going to happen, and it's going to happen quickly. And for those that God has chosen, he will let you know. Okay? A nation is going to be born, a godly nation, and it is going to rule the world when it's formed. And it's not going to be where people think it is. I want to thank you for joining us here today. May God bless you with this message. May it be for you. May he give you peace, and may his voice speak to you this week and cover you in all that you do, in all that you say. May his presence walk with you as you walk with God. Thank you for joining us. We pray that you have a blessed week. We'll be back next Sunday at 6. May God bless. So long.